me a second. I'm not gonna lie, I almost bailed on you guys tonight. But I'm like, I made you guys a promise that I would come on today and Friday. So I like to be a man of my word. And I came back on. But yeah, let me set up real quick on my laptop. Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's see. Dang, I got a crap load of messages. Yeah, Wi-Fi is not working. Let's use this. Give me a second, guys. Let me hook up to the internet so I can see your questions, comments, and concerns, and we'll get it started. And hopefully, we'll make this one a quick one for tonight. From online channel. Alright, cool. I think I see. Let me see. I guess. Yeah, internet is sucking. We have Comcast coming through. Comcast is supposed to come through on Sunday, which is neg, because we gotta wait for the week. But what's up, guys? Hopefully it's better now. And let me post that we're live. And yeah, hopefully this one will be a quick one, because I gotta put this little one to sleep. It looks like my phone is loading, but hopefully I'll be able to see your questions, comments, and concerns on the computer and not the phone. So first things first. I went to PPG today and I got a little surprise. Where's she at? Where is this bad, beautiful lady at? Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I had to ship Dark Broly deck, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it was a sad moment. I was sitting there, Andrew Duval was there, Machado was there. We were doing the deck profile for the Patreon. By the way, check that out. It's really, 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 really in-depth deck profile. Because I know a lot of you guys were asking me, how do I do it? Why do I play without Heartfelt Plea and everything? The free version is on the Teamfo site. That still is, going over the cards. I have some detail on it, but if you want a play-by-play, like mulligan, what to do against this, like what's your turn one play versus all the top meta decks, I went over like King Piccolo, Red Broly, Mecha Frieza, the Mirror Match, all that good stuff. Check it out. I think it was like 37 minutes long. So yeah, I went really, really, really in depth. And I was able to pick up this bad girl today. Yeah, Coop right here. I was able to pick her up today. So happy. Shout out to PPG. They hooked me up for a really pretty much solid deal, which made it free. So really, really, really good card. A lot of people, real quick. So a lot of people talk bad about players with this card, but this is something that I'm gonna say, right? The players who doubt it are the players who say players don't know how to play around it. Those players are going to be the same ones who lose to the card, because it's not so much as a player not knowing how to play around it. It's about you being able to force out the correct opportune moment, right? It's like essentially saying you losing to Invoker, you losing to Dark Broly, you're bad because you're not playing around the deck. You know what the deck does, but according to their logic, you're bad because it's still doing what it does. That's the same thing with the secret, right? It's not that you're a bad player if you get caught by it. It's just, for number one, you got to just, it's rough to guess if they have it in their hand or not. Number two, it's like, bro, what do you do? Because realistically speaking, against a player that's good, they're not going to use it until you put a high enough number for you to do it. I'm not saying come out your hand, but it's something that's they're able to combo out of, they're just gonna out combo it. And it's gonna make it seem to you like, okay, cool, they just might not have whatever it is until, hey, maybe after they out combo something they cannot combo, you're like, okay, now I'm gonna swing with this because they can't out combo it again, and it's a lower attack, and now they use this. That's not per se the player is bad, they fell into it. It's the card is just good itself. I'm telling you. So you're telling me every single player who played against Legends is pretty much bad because they fell into the burn, or hey, or Marcel's bad, right? Because he fell into the burn, he didn't know what it was gonna do. No, like the deck is designed to do what the deck is designed to do, which is either burn you or hit you with victory strike. The same way this card is designed to catch people off guard, and it's not per se off guard. It's designed to protect you because you don't need to go all in. A lot of people are saying, hey, just don't go all in with a battle card. You don't need to go all in on a battle card. It could be something that's high, it could be something that's low. I got caught with it, and I'm like, okay, cool. I already seen it coming because he used it game one, but there's certain scenarios where you just can't because if they're hard negating your leader, they're hard negating your units in. Sometimes you have to give a good amount of pressure on a battle card. Yes, you understand you don't overcommit. Like if you overcommit, obviously that's the wrong play, but it has to be a decent size amount number for them to commit using this. And if it's not a decent, even if you're off by 5k, they will just out combo it. And for you, it's gonna be a tough read, and that's what makes this Seeker so great. But those players who like they want to be negative and say, "Hey, yeah, the card is good, but don't get it wrong. Like you're just bad if you play into it." Don't listen to them. So I'm telling you right now, those are the same players. They're gonna get clapped. And trying to look them in the face, they're gonna play it off saying, "Well, he had the Heron Secret. I seen it coming." But according to their logic, if you've seen it coming, that makes you bad because you still lost to it. So that's my 2 cents on that. So don't really fault those guys in. All right, let's get back to the comments. I got the card for 70. You're a plus. I got it for lower because Machado loves me. But speaking of Machado loves me, we made the next event. The next event for the season start of season 3 for Pro Play Tour will be. Oh, my phone is using on this. It's the last weekend. This is April, right? It's the last weekend of May. It's going to be a 2K tournament. Man, all the details are on my phone. This is so neg. All right, let me see if I can pull it up. I think I have it on Google Docs. I have to post it. The best close pairings link is out. And after that, I'm going to try to make it 2 weeks from now will be the first webcam event. So the webcam event, I'm going to talk to them and see if we could include participation. And those participation are going to be 3 packs from the newest set. So hopefully you guys get lucky. Because I know a lot of those boxes now for set 13, if you didn't pre-order a case or a box, you're kind of SOL. Like, that's crap out of luck for layman terms. Because a box now is pre-selling for $120. And I've seen cases range from $1,200 to $1,500 now. So you're pretty much not going to get them at this time and point because it's too late in the game. So we'll do our best to include at least 3 packs of the set 13 and incorporate into these future webcam events. But until then, stay tuned. But the very first, I'm pulling it up right now on my computer. I'm trying to read you guys the details for the very first event of season 3. It's like a preseason event, right? Like the first preseason event we had, but it still gave out invites and stuff for the last year's qualifier was the Pro Play Tour Vermilion Bloodline. So this is gonna be the same concept. I'm trying to pull it. All right, cool. I did have it on Google Docs. So it's titled obviously Pro Play Tour Miami Supreme Rivalry. Entry for all our events now is gonna be straight $30. $30 is gonna be pre-register. If you pre-register for the $30, you'll get your 3 packs of the latest set. If you do on-site, it's if they have the packs, they have the packs. If they don't, they don't. You should have pre-registered to get it in. But this one is going to be Miami. It's the last weekend in Miami. I'm trying to find. It's the last weekend of May. I think it's the 29th and 30th, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be the same thing. Best of 3, 60-minute rounds. It's going to be a 2K tournament. But the thing we're going to try to really, I took a lot of players' feedback from last season. The thing I'm going to try to emphasize is, number 1, people really wanted participation items. So right now, maps are super backed up, but we can't provide packs. So instead of you paying all these ridiculous prices, like $7 for a pack and stuff like that, we're going to do our best to include 3 packs per entrant, per participant, excuse me. And the prize pool currently, I'll probably go back and adjust it because another thing a lot of players express to me is that they don't like the top heavy spread. Like essentially, like for instance, the 1K, I mean the 5K. If you won, you got $1,000, but in second place, I believe got 500. So they wanted something more balanced. So I'm probably gonna go back and balance. But as of right now, the easiest numbers I could read to you is first place will get 8 boxes, second place will get 6, third and fourth will get 4, fifth through eighth will get 2, and ninth through 16th will get 1 box. So I'll probably go back and readjust it to where first gets 6, second 5, third and fourth 4, 3, and then have some way where top 16 at least walks away with 2 boxes. I'll do my best to do that for you guys. But now the biggest difference between last season and this season, and once again, this is just based off the feedback that you guys were giving me, was that you guys wanted that option of essentially choosing your prizes. So if you don't want these boxes, you do have an alternative option of cash and store credit. So obviously it's not going to be the same because it's like you're selling to store your box and your store credit, right? So per box, let's say if you got first place and you don't want your 6 boxes, let's just say right now it's for 6 boxes if you get first place. If you don't want it, you can exchange each box for $60 cash, or you can exchange it each box for $65 store credit, and it'll add up like that. So right now, pretty much the prize support, it's based on what the player would like. Because right now, if you look at it, it's really plus to just get your box honest and crack it open. The way these prices have been going, especially with the secrets and stuff like that. But in a case where hey, maybe you don't want the sealed product because you want the single product, you can just trade in your box and go ahead and get the singles. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. I'm trying to be more in tune, and like right now, I'm like in the middle of not playing for season 3, only because I want to make myself more available for players and listen to their feedback and like improvise, adapt, and overcome throughout the season. Specifically, webcam events. Like webcam events, it's something I want to. No one wants to be the bad guy on webcam events, right? For instance, if your zones are not in accordance with our annex, no one wants to come in and say, hey, you're going to get a warning and stuff like this. Me personally, I don't mind being that bad guy because I want to ensure fair play for everyone. So, the reason why I feel like I have to pull myself out of playing, unfortunately, for season 3 is, let's say if you right now, right, you're playing against myself and my zone, this is literally me right now. I'm holding a baby in my hand and my zone is like barely visible. Realistically speaking, you're gonna say, okay, just put it down, and you're gonna play because you don't want to be that guy. So that's why I said I have to put myself in a position just to come in and check everyone's lobby, and off rip, I just have to be the bad guy. Hey, your zones are not lined up according to what we have. You have a warning. Obviously, for the rest of the tournament, 2 warnings equals a game loss. So stuff like that. I just want to make sure everything is fair, everything's smooth running this season, and keep the game alive. Best of 3, because I know a lot of you guys were kind of upset it's best of 1. So we do our best to keep the premier events, such as our Pro Play Tour circuit, as prestige as possible. So stuff like that. Okay, so that was a brief overview. I'll post this probably late tonight and just start making Facebook posts on it tomorrow. So that was that event. All right, let me catch up on these comments before I fall behind. All right, my bad. We have Coopzilla Team Full Herons lineage good. It is not good. It's like what Tony the Tiger says from Frosted Flake. It's not good. It's great. I'm telling you, this thing is fire, B. It's fire. I got the card for $70. You lucked out because it's not gonna be $70 for long. Facts. My decks are designed to do. Yeah, I'm telling you, like the card is designed to do what it does. Like it's not per se you fall into your bad player. It's designed for you to either commit or overcommit. Like you cannot commit anything and they take something that you really need. So it's really rough to try to read it. I have too many deck ideas for set 13. Black Sun Demon, a lot of things I tell my local players, and the best advice I could give any Dragon Ball player, period, is to pick your favorite color and stick with it. Like right now, it's funny because yesterday I was testing blue. Like I don't know if you guys saw the picture, probably like what deck was he playing that he stole this thing. I was testing Janemba. The reason why I was testing Janemba, because once again I told you guys before this even happened, Janemba should have been a deck that ran Savage through these best of 1 Bandai events, because Vegeks wasn't a thing. I mean, Vegeks will probably be a thing now, but I did tell you guys. I said once you accomplish that with Janemba, you'll be fine. Because every deck in Best of One tries to filter through the entire deck and kill you because it's aggro format. What better deck to stop it than Janemba? Because Janemba has infinite negates and has infinite combo power. And each turn you're going to start milling cards. Now I was playing a blue-yellow version because the blue-yellow version gives you access to blockers such as the Bojack that rests a card. Also makes you mill the top card of your deck into your drop. It also gives you access to free things such as Goku Hit from your Hit Rapid Movement, I believe. It's a free 5k combo. It's a bunch of goods. It's a bunch of blue, yellow good stuff. And for things that are just trying to hyper aggro you down, you have the Vegeta Unison along with your Vegeta free play counterplay. It's a blocker that rests a card. So it was a really, really solid deck. But unfortunately, today, Black Sun Demon, I did what I'm telling you to do. I sold all the colors that I have that are not black. The reason being is once you stick with one color, like if you decide red is your color, you know the cards you have to keep for any red deck moving forward are Violent Rays, are going to be your Wolfang Fist, the staples like that, your Yamcha counterplays. It becomes a lot easier for you as a player to go from deck to deck. If you like black, understand black is a very solid investment because it's not that expensive. Red is really, really good. In my opinion, it's number 2 right now in the actual like color scheme of Dragon Ball. Black is obviously number 1 for me. Red is right there. It's not a low number 2. It's really, it's like how I told you guys Dark Broly and Vegeks are the top 2 black decks, but I can't really say Vegeks is number 2 because they're really side by side. It's that example where red, it's not just under black. Yes, I give black the edge over it because I believe black has answers to more decks than red does, but red is right next to it in terms of top decks in this game. But with that being said, me selling all the cards besides black, I understand the staples I have to keep. Obviously, the Majin Buu Human Extinction Attack, the Vegeta Super Combos, the Power Burst, Black Man, all the solid stuff that you need. You understand you can rotate from deck to deck because it's all black. But if you like Green Gold Tens, you like Mecha Frieza, you're gonna spend money on money. Then you like blue. All that stuff's expensive, and it's not the same color. So what happens when one color's dead and you're trying to bounce from another? You see what I'm saying? Like if you have money, this doesn't really mention to you. Me, I'm broke, bro. I'm trying to like just play the game. I'm trying to ball on a budget. You see what I'm saying? But realistically speaking, the best and most efficient way to do it is to pick one color and stick with it. Now, if you like green, one thing I will tell you, it's really, really solid because the things I'll tell you, not only for green and red, be very vigilant on Violent Rays and Enduring Potential. I have a feeling those cards will get I'm 90% sure those cards will get reprinted. So if you're really not sold on red or green, I would highly recommend you ship those cards. Because the next anniversary thing is going to get announced anytime now. And I wouldn't be surprised, hey guys, like these are going to get reprinted. Be very, very vigilant for those cards. Especially the fact that they didn't hit on the ban list. Dormant is like, I'm close to 99.9% on Dormant. Violent Rays I'm still iffy on, but Dormant 99.9%. Roshi got hit instead of Dormant. We're like, really? Nah, you guys know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's the best thing I can give you on Dragon Ball. Pick a color and stick to it. If you like black, you have Gogeta Zeno, Vegeks, Dark Broly, any black future Saiyan leader that comes out, you're good to go and stuff like that. So, alright, that's it for that. Let's see what else we got. Dude, I fell behind on the comments. Woo! What's up, hey? What's up, Gabe? I like the poster boy for the SCR. Yeah, I'm telling you. Just thought the one I missed. Oh, nothing much. We're just talking about the hair in SCR. That thing is broken. Like you guys will be able to go back and see the beginning. I explained the SCR. Don't listen to the negative people because I'll tell you those negative people never admit when they actually lost their card. And it's not that they didn't see it coming. They did see it coming, and it's not like they went all in on the battle card. You don't have to go all in on the battle card for the secret to catch you off guard. You can literally just swing and say no combos, and that no combo thing. Maybe you needed anything to happen, like whether the outcome, whatever it is. But the fact, like, I'm gonna give you an example for me, right? This past weekend, I swung. I'm like, okay, cool. He's on me game 1. He has an energy open. It's the same scenario. I'm not gonna fall into it. I said no combo. But the fact of the matter was, I needed my battle card to stay on board because I had no other way of summoning any more Dark Broly's, and he took it. So once he took it, I was screwed because I'm like, well, damn, that kind of ends my turn because my leader's gonna get hard negated. I already see it coming because the way he set it up, and there's just nothing you can do from that because I had no other Dark Broly's I can summon. So it's not per se I dunked my hand and went for a game. It's the fact that the secret did what the secret was designed to do. And in the hands of a competent player, I mean, not say that because I hate when people say pilots. And in the hands of any player who just takes advantage of the card will do what it's designed to do. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Let's see. I'm running aggro, and I think. Hold on, let me reread that. My eyes are like super blurry. I'm running aggro, and I think you have it. I'm not charging my third energy. You talking about going? Like honestly speaking, on green itself, I was talking today with Andrew Duvall. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised how in the world Turles has not won an event yet. So I was sitting there looking through cards. I'm like, I sold on myself today. I'm not gonna. I sold. I have nothing. I have like a shell of ejects, but other than that, I have no cards, no decks, no nothing. When I was looking through all the cards and all the comments, I'm like, bro. Realistically speaking, I'm surprised I've never picked up Turles because Turles is a deck of commons. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. I started looking at the deck. Obviously, you need 2 money cards, which are the what's his face, the Frieza charismatic villain, which actually shot up, and you need the dormant potentials. But besides that, that deck is really solid. And I'm sitting there looking and reading the cards. I'm like, this deck is broken. How has it not won an event? And I was talking to Andrew. Andrew was saying the same thing. He's like, he doesn't know either. Like, maybe it's just something we have to pick up and find out, hey, its weaknesses are A, B, and C, and it only excels at X, Y, and Z. So I really don't know. So if you have green, invest in that and let me know what's up because I'm really curious. It calls my attention. It's literally a deck of commons, B. Let's see what we have. I want to play it back, but I've been on green aggro for so long now. Yeah, cool. Try out Turles because you already have green cards. I honestly want to know what's up with Turles. Like, how has it not won an event? I'm reading the cards, dude, and reading the fruit. Like, I thought it did something completely different. I thought it was just for leaders and Turles card. I think it gives you any battle card. It doesn't even have to be a Turles Crusher Core or whatever it's called. It's any of battle cards. You can have things that are outside. Like, you could have, let's say, I don't know why. Let's say you just summon the ape and you had an energy open. No, that's bad because the ape already had, I think, triple strike. Let's say if you had, I don't know, just something that was really high on an attack. Even a black card. It's not even green, bro. Like, you can have anything. Like a secret identity man saying, you can give the treat to, I never knew that. I started reading this. That's why I said reading is key. Reading is really key. So that's something I really do want to test. I don't know if I'll ever play it unless Machado says he borrow those cards. So I do not see myself paying for Dormants, nor Frieza Charismatic at no 20 something. That's neg. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I have a lot of expensive stuff, but yellow really. So looking into the Kai deck, Bojack Gohan. If you have a lot of expensive stuff and you want to trim down to one deck, a really solid investment would be Mecha Frieza. Mecha Frieza is going to be on his grind again. Mecha Frieza has a lot of stuff that came in, but especially that champ pack, once people have access to a playset of it, it's going to be a problem. A card that's going to go up again is going to be Koetsukai. Because Koetsukai is going to be something that punishes Mecha Frieza for doing it. But you understand, Mecha Frieza, if it was a taupe would have been another game, you having to tap something that's in active mode, it's really, really powerful, especially combined with that deck. Because that deck has access to Bergamo, that deck already has access to Poutine. It's a lot of free shenanigans Mecha Frieza is going to have access to. Especially with that other card, it's like a Cold Bloodlust and Crusher Ball. I was playing the Invitation this past week and he used it on me. I'm like, what does it do? He read it, I'm like, damn, that's freaking broken, dude. Like, it's pretty good. I didn't really care because I was playing Dark Broly. I was still going to swing for 30k regardless. But it's a really, really solid card that Mecha has in his arsenal. Primarily a blue player. Let's see. Hold on. Primarily a blue player. Good time with the expensive stuff. Blue is in a rough spot because the moment, I'm not going to say blue can never win an event, but the moment blue does win an event, it'll get slaughtered the next event because Black Saiyan leaders such as Black Man Saiyan, Gogeta, Zeno, and Dark Broly would take it over because they have inherent mainboard answers to it. So I'm saying it's really rough. Like in a best of one, like I said last time before these Bandai Regionals started, in a best of one event, you can see Blue Baby and stuff taking events. But best of three, as long as Black is relevant, it's gonna be really rough to see Blue win. For instance, you saw the Pro Play Tour, the Invitation in real life one. You saw I think there was at least 2 Blue Babies and stuff. if I'm not mistaken, they all got eliminated first round and then second round. Like the top 16 and top 8, none of them made it past top 8 because they ran into a black deck. To my knowledge, yeah, it was a black deck. You just get slaughtered. Those floodgates are real. All right. What else we got? On the scene, but instead of black, I keep my red, yellow, and black state. Bro, you must be rich. You keep black, yellow, and red. Yellow and red by themselves are in those final flashes when I sold them. They're like 20 to like $25. Those violent rays are like 50 plus. Like, you're rich, dude. You're rich. My goodness. See, I couldn't play Dragon like that. I'm just trying to put on a budget, B. What does it say? That yellow deck. I can't make any blue or green. Yeah, like, it's rough. And you don't want to just keep selling and then re-picking up stuff like that. Like, that's why I just say go to one color and stick with it, man. Like, that's your best bet to just be successful. Coop said I agree with you keeping that one color pick. Yep, exactly. And there's another thing too. Like, if you play blue and you know you lose your thing, once you get the hash secret, you're good. Like, you don't have to worry about any other secret rare, and you're literally just golden. It's stuff like that. Set 10, Zamasu is one of my favorite leaders. That's still a really good, solid leader. If I were to pick blue leaders, not including Blue Baby, because I don't want to. I'm just not gonna talk about Blue Baby. Not including Blue Baby, in my opinion, it'd still be Zamasu, only because Zamasu is just a unison killer. Being able to Monocle your Zamasu leader as well as dual attack with double strike and drawing a card both times, that's completely insane to me. And then it would be the Blue Vegito. I'm still surprised no Blue Vegito players actually played in these best of one events, because people really don't know how to play against the Blue Vegito no more, and they will get clapped by a triple strike Zeno Unison, because like, what? Oh yeah, I can't do that, can I? It's just best of one, like I told you guys, it's just a price factor. If you forget about certain things, you're gonna get clapped and it's gonna be too late to pick up on it. Eddie went on a road trip today. Yes, I did, and it was a road trip well worth it, because I was able to pick up this guy, and I was able to pick up $550 in store credit, and I forgot to pick up my cash for the invitational. I knew I forgot something. My price, I forgot to pick it up. But it's fine, I'll pick it up another time. Yeah, being able to pick up this was just the highlight of my day at BBG. I actually have a meme too. I'll post it probably, I'll post it later tonight or tomorrow. Actually, not tonight. I know people are tired of my memes with the secret. I'll post it tomorrow morning. I know how much people love those memes. I'm just joking, they hit it. Someone should make a meme of Eddie surrounded by Bulma. I know, that's what I said too. Like, they really should. That secret is busted. There's a forever deck in every color moment. Yeah, stay with the color. I'm telling you. Like I said, this is only relevant if you are balling on the budget. Like me, I'm not. I'm far from rich. But if you have it and you just like collecting cards and stuff like that, and you just have the money, I mean, you can do it. But the way this game goes and the way reprints and stuff happen, I would highly recommend you just stick to a color, even if you have it, because this is, at the end of the day, it's a card game. I'm not saying this game will die, but let's say worst case scenario, like, stop tomorrow. Do you like Argent Saga, right? Imagine all those people who collected every single card to build any deck, and the game just died with no warning. You're just SOL. It's like, well, you can't sell it because people know the game is done, and like the people who do sell it or who do want to buy it, they're not gonna buy it for. They're gonna buy it for like 40%, 30%, because they know you can't do anything with their cards and stuff like that. There's a TP for Turtle's next set that's really good. I have to look into it because I really am curious on Turtles, dude. Like, really curious. Any advice on control player? And next set, I'm jumping into mid-range aggro. Play black. Mid-range aggro. That actually sounds like kind of Dark Broly-ish Gogeta Zeno. It's actually any of the top 3 blacks. You can go mid-range aggro to any of them. I really don't recommend the Power Ranger Vegex that I see running around. That thing it's like you won't be able to kill turn 2. The Vegex build that you guys see has been successful. Shout out to Chris Reyes and Peter Dance. Their builds are very similar to what I had out there. They did very well. As you can see, they can kill on turn 1, turn 2. The Power Rangers, you can't do that. And you not being able to do that, in my opinion, defeats the purpose of playing Vegex. The whole point of playing Vegex is that you have floodgates on board while still having the right amount of pressure to make your opponent make non-efficient plays turns 1 and 2, which will punish them for the rest of the game, because them having to combo out of certain scenarios to not be put at 2 life or 3 life on turn 1 or their turn 2 is going to end up costing them because they needed those pieces in their hand, which they gave up in order to stay alive. What else we got? What does my phone say? My phone says we're at 20%. All right, cool. That's cool. All right, press a battery saver. All right, that's cool. What's we got? Silk's Turtles Maiden deck seems interesting. It does. Shout out to him. I believe it was probably a tie into the deck looks like that, but probably him and the Soul Striker guy. I give them props for even getting there with those kind of decks. Not so much as like Turtles, because as I was reading the cards today, I'm like I'm not trying to like I said, I don't have the cards. So I don't say Eddie's just trying to hype, but I don't have the cards. I sold everything today. I only had like the skeleton of a Vegex deck. I was reading those cards, and I honestly asked Andrew, because Duval was sitting next to me, like, how has this not won an event yet? He looked at me, he was like, shit, I don't know either. Like, and Machado was like, he got second. I'm like, exactly, how has it not won an event? But that's probably a video for another day. Oh no, what did I just do? Oh my goodness. Why in the world? Alright, I gotta find where I was in the comments. Because I clicked something by accident. Do not tell me all those comments are gone. Oh my goodness. Snag. Damn. I guess if you press refresh and you come back to the Twitch, you don't see any comments. Oh, okay. Here it is. My bad. I was about to say this sucks. But, alright, let's see what we got. I feel like Turtles are just flat out auto loses to King Piccolo. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't tested the deck. It seems unfortunate that you do pretty much awaken King Piccolo on turn 1 because you'll flip it over and they'll flip something over as well, which is really unfortunate. But I just have to check it out and see what's up. There's always a way to deal with something. Even if it's not opportune, there's always a way to deal with something. But if it's that neg, then yeah, it's not worth doing it. But there's always a way to deal with something. Death Blaster, yeah, that's the card for Mecha Crazy Bena has made. Too much hate for blue cards. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't really recommend you investing in blue like that, because they have made a lot. It's not just black. Like, those silver bullets, every blue deck runs, I don't care what blue deck you're running, every blue deck runs D-Magic, dude. Every blue deck runs D-Magic. And then the silver bullets each person has, each color has, literally says you take a life. Like, that's neg. That's neg. I have red yellow. Okay, yeah, I read that one. Whoa, when can you buy on a budget? Whenever you can the right time. Yeah. I'm telling you. Set 10 got my case. Bro, if you had set 10 case, you were a plus if you kept those cards. When I first started playing, everything was like, yeah, Victory Strike. I remember, actually, I have played a secret before. I played Victory Strike. That's the only other secret I played, I believe. What else we got? Yeah, that TP Turtles will make the 1-drop Turtles. There's a TP. I have to read what that TP does. I honestly didn't know that. That's weird, because I just read the core Turtle stuff. So if there's even more support, that's a deck I definitely might check out. Like, really check out. I'm playing Blue Gohan with Janemba package or UI package. I'm still deciding what to run. Check out the Teampo channel. I know that our teammates were playing Reboot with Janemba and doing very well. The one, I think Frisco and Jose, they ran the same list. Frisco built it. He did well in best of 1, but it also translated to best of 3 because he was able to finish after everything was said 16th in the Invitational. So it's whatever he's doing is working. So be sure to check that out. But once again, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend blue, but if you're really sold on it, I'm not gonna say no. The only blue decks I would recommend to you would probably be Blue Baby or an Invoker, because those are, even though you can floodgate those decks out, not so much Invoker, but Blue Baby you can. To floodgate an Invoker, you'd have to play something like Red, where cards is going, such as the Crown of Retribution and the Kaioken, which is bought out now. But it's hard for any other color besides black to just straight main deck those floodgates. So do you recommend staying with one color? I really do. Like I said, but I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your money. If you want to have a collection by all means. But me personally, I'm telling you what I do, and I tell my local players to do, because this is what makes a lot of our local players quit. Is when they have all these cards and they try to jump from color to color. Number one, you're not really training on what you're trying to do. If I'm jumping from Dark Broly to Red Broly to King Piccolo, I'm not really mastering anything. I'm jumping around too much. I'm not gonna have the hours I would have. Like, if I have a lot of hours. That's the only reason I told you guys, my teammates. I told them, I was consistently telling them, like, bro, I'm winning these matches this past weekend, but I was barely doing it because literally I haven't played in forever. But the reason being is I had so much endless hours from Dark Broly. If I didn't have those endless hours because I was bouncing from King Piccolo to Red Broly, it would have caught up to me, and those misplays would have just kept compiling on. But the fact that I was able to stick with one deck, I know it's worst case scenario. I know it's best case scenario. I know how to mitigate those worst case scenarios. I know how to excel on the best case scenarios and stuff like that. That's why I recommend staying with one color. But at the end of the day, it's your choice. I'm not telling you what to do. It's just my recommendation. Um, you can buy stable. Yeah, exactly. Mecha and Baby are forever decks. Yeah, Mecha will be for. I think Mecha will probably be the first leader who gets banned twice, banned or slash errata twice. I'm not gonna lie to you. First of all, got top 16 on social. Yep. Yeah, he was going in. I already Invoker. Switch pace out. I'm choosing to do SS2 Gohan. Be very careful. I haven't really read the card SS2 Gohan, but I know it does something with energy manipulation, and be very careful on how, I'm not sure how the wording goes, but if the wording says something, you are very susceptible to True Fighting Spirit Vegeta. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly how the wording goes, but that's not something you want to get caught up on. Because other colors have things that stop you from like replacing energy. So like, I want to say Burgers is untapped. No, you should be good. But I thought you to really look what Gohan says, specifically what it says. That's like me, Gogeta Zeno, I'm mastering it. Yeah, if you stay with Gogeta Zeno, you're gonna be like, even your inopportune matchups, like okay, cool. On paper, you're supposed to lose. You'll be able to win because as long as your build's efficient, you have the proper amount of playtesting hours on it. You're gonna know how to come back from a losing situation. Like me, like when I go against Mega Frieza and they slap the Vegeta Unison, if you're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna win this game. I'm like, no, you're gonna lose, and you're gonna lose in a miserable fashion too because you thought you won. And that's what I do because I know how to mitigate those inopportune times for myself, stuff like that. Sing Shenron is forever a deck too because Ben I never saw supporting it. Yeah, Sing Shenron is fire. The only thing is, boy, you don't even need to listen to my advice. You guys Sing Shenron because that probably means you have to sell secret rare, and that means you are rich. Not me. I'm not rich. I don't have to sell secret rare. Okay. So what else you guys got for me? Try to keep this short tonight because I gotta go put this girl down. The first event is announced. So I'm telling you, the first event is gonna be May 29th to 30th. Like I said, you have the option between picking your price support from 2 cases, from cash or store credit. The webcam event I'll probably work on this weekend. I'll work on it having participation prizes. I know a lot of people wanted it. Like I said, I probably won't play, so I'll be I guess you could say the enforcer, quote unquote, that comes in to make sure everything is fair for players. I know players don't like being the bad guys. That's why I feel like I have to step in and judges don't like being the bad guy. You see what I'm saying? Teals don't like being bad guys. Me personally, I don't mind being a bad guy if that means everything is fair. Because players won't be the bad guys, but it won't be fair to them. Like, if your opponent's camera angle is different, they don't want to be the bad guy, but they're at a disadvantage because it's not universal how it's supposed to be. So I'll step in there and say, hey, listen, you get a warning. This is the rules. You checked it off and you did your Google Forms. You have a minute to fix it, or you're going to get another warning, which is a game loss. Stuff like that. So the webcam ones will be up very, very soon. And it'll be the same thing where you get to pick from product or you get to pick from cash or store credit. That's what we're going to make that very available for you. Because I know a lot of players said it was rough because a lot of singles were getting bought out. So you had store credit. So you really couldn't do anything with it because it was limited. So if you wanted to convert it to cash, you will be able to convert it to cash. Or if you just want to convert it to product, you'll be able to have product or store credit. It's up to you. What else we got? I don't know. Alright, so that was my closing comments. I have to have something else. I don't know. Yeah, that's it for me. I think I answered everyone's questions. Are there going to be any real West Coast events? Yes, there will be. For the West Coast, I'll stick with, I believe, with ZJ's. They're really good and really sharp about getting me the results of this. So I believe I'll just give it to them again. For the East Coast, I'm trying to find someone for the East Coast. Oh, the East Coast, I'll probably go with that Connecticut group, honestly. That guy was cool. I forgot his name. He hosted both Connecticut events. It went smooth. There was no complaints, really. He got the events back to me fast. I just need one from Texas. I need one from up north, like the middle-ish. Like, this is the U.S., this is the West, East. Like, the middle north, and I need one, like, dead in the middle. And we should be fine with that. I feel like Blue Zamasu can complete, though. I 100% agree with you. I said that. I feel like Blue Zamasu is, if you were to look at a blue deck that's on Invoker or Blue Baby and best of three, I feel like it is Blue Zamasu. Because Blue Zamasu has a lot of just shenanigans that people are, number one, aren't familiar with. That's a theme that I want to keep saying. If it's something that's played out, your opponent's not familiar with, they're not going to be able to combat it. And even if they understand it going into the game 2 and 3, the fact that they were not familiar with it means that they did not properly sideboard for it. So even though now they may see it coming, they still cannot do anything to stop it. And it's little tricks and tips like that where you want to be able to excel. It's like if you watch my Dark Broly deck profile, right? Before I put it in, Legends had no idea I had the Gogeta, the blocker Gogeta from the Gogeta Zeno leader. He had no idea I had it in. But realistically speaking, I thought outside the box. My Vegeta Super combo was a 5K. The Goku Fighting Spirit's a 5K. So if he has the Vegeta barrier on board, that's the issue. Because realistically speaking, the turn he doesn't have Violent Rage is the turn I'm supposed to kill him. So what I would do now is just Fusion from the warp, put the Super combo and True Fighting Spirit from warp to drop, and then play the Gogeta, and I would warp his freaking his Invoker Vegeta, and it'd just be game time from there. It's stuff like that. You thinking outside the box and testing it. It's not. I'm not saying just go pick some random stuff up and put it in your deck. You have to, yes, pick something random, but you have to make sure it works. There's a lot of times I pick random stuff and it just didn't work. You have to filter through the BS to find the things that actually work. That's the one thing I can tell you. Janemba Chain isn't that good. The whole deck is stopped by Violent Rays. A lot of decks are stopped by Violent Rays. So I wouldn't really say that's a reason to not play a deck. If you're able to mitigate Violent Rays, you're good. That's like telling me Dark Broly sucks because of Violent Rays. I actually thrive when people play Violent Rays because my mindset on it is if you Violent Rays me for that turn, you're going at least next 3 because you're going to lose Violent Rays, you're going to lose the card, and you're going to lose the card for the Realm Ravager. So if I'm able to do that at least 2 times, you're going to lose 6 cards over the period. That's going to be game for you because once your hand is done, I'm just going to kill you. And once you say no negates, I'm just going to kill you because you don't have no more cards. You literally, for 2 turns in a row, Violent Rays me, you just lost 3 cards. So as long as your deck is able to mitigate it, you should be good. Intersecting Faith is a god card in Zamasu. I ain't gonna lie, my friend. You're right. It is a god card in Zamasu. Like, it's busted. I built my Dark Broly deck a bit more defensive. 3 topos, Protector to people, 2 Petrification, Power Burst works so well. I wouldn't so much sell myself on Protector of the people. I think for a Floodgate, it's black. It's not really as efficient, but the Petrification is. In my opinion, if that's your ratio, 3 and 2, you should definitely just try 4 Petrification, and now you have an extra slot for maybe a Heron Lineage in your deck. But in all seriousness though, Petrification Dark Broly is a lot more broken than Protector to people because you're losing 2 cards in order for your leaders to gain 5. But relatively speaking, your leader makes anything in your hand or your battle area 5K. So in my opinion, it's pointless because you just lost an extra card to do it because you have to pitch one for Protector to people. Rather, if I'm gonna lose 2 cards, I'd rather Petrification because Petrification will stop 1 attack and it'll stop another battle card. But the additional plus I have is that battle card cannot be comboed, so it'll just be stuck there. So really try that out and tell me how that works out. Janemba Chain is, let's see, Janemba Chain is all about 20. Every piece, yeah. It will get stopped, but if, like I said, I don't play Janemba, so I'm not sure if there's a way to go around it. But if there is, or if you're playing Janemba, you're supposed to find a way. Because if you just know you're gonna lose to Violent Rays, that it has to be a way. Because I don't think Frisco dodged all of red for 6 rounds. Like, that's just not realistic to me. So there has to be a way to play around it. You guys may not know about it. I'll ask them. I'm just gonna hit Eddie with the red overround. With the red. Oh yeah, that King Piccolo. That King Piccolo is a lit. Eddie, I took your advice on Gogeta Zeno, use your Petrification for Kai, and drop to Warp Relay. Such a good play. Bro, literally, if I were to play Gogeta Zeno, that's why they put my list off because no one would see that coming whatsoever. They're like, okay, I'm just gonna kill you on this. I'm like, no, he didn't play nothing. He has no floodgates. I'm good to go. I'm like, you think I had no floodgates? I'm just holding my hand for petrification. Because once again, you draw. That's another reason why you never pick up the top 5. Your leader draws like crazy. You attack, you can draw a card, take a life. By the way, never take a life. Never take a life. Let your 1-drops take the life. Never take your life. Once again, do not take your, unless you have to awaken, you don't have another attack. Yes, you can take your life with your leader, but do not just take a life just to take a life. You attack, you draw a card, and let your 1-drops take your life. Let your 1-drops take your life. Because the thing is, if you keep taking your life with your leader and you start getting hard to get it from your battle cards, it's gonna start to cost you. Where your battle cards are now killing you, and now you're 1 swing or 2 swings away from losing the game. Do not take a life with your leader unless you need to take a life to awaken. That's another big hint I could give you. Let's see. Yeah, but petrification is busted at that. Because the biggest issue to me was how to solve the issue of filling your drop efficiently. You can do it, but the keyword in that statement is efficiently. And petrification was the perfect way to do it. Hey, I'll try that. For petrification. Also, that secret is nuts. Yeah, that secret is busted. Thank the Xeno God for that. I have too. You're going to plus, my friend. Trust me. And it'd be like that sometimes. Super combo out. Yeah, Eddie, you broke my heart when you lost to Rejects on stream using Dark Broly. Bro, I broke my own heart, bro. Remember, one, I didn't even know I was on stream until I went to the team channel. Like, bro, I think I'm gonna get slaughtered today. Cause like it's been forever since I played. Like, yeah, I saw you going on stream. I said, what? I was on stream, like, bro. Machado, he shanked me, bro. He super shanked me. I'm like, this is rough. I think Heron SCR is at 100 now. Oof, I'm done warning people about how good this card is. But 100 is still generous in my opinion. Like I said, I don't have multiple of the cards. I just went to PvP right now and picked up one for free. So, alright. So I think I caught up on everything. So we'll be back again on Friday. Friday, I'll try to do that thing I told you with I'm at the locals. This Friday Night Magic, damn it. I'm gonna look for a day with Ken, with all the local boys. It's the Vegeta Saiyan Army, guys. Because it's Ken, it's Kenneth, it's Frank Castle is his Facebook name. I'm not gonna say his real name. It's all of Vegeta artists. So they're really, really good, solid players. And then I'm gonna get them on just to pick their brains. The biggest thing I want to show you guys is what goes through a player's mind when they're playing turn by turn. So I also do that to them when I'm playing them. I tell them, like, listen, number one, all right, this is a huge advice I want to give everyone right now. If you guys don't take anything from this video, please listen to this. When you guys play test, stop letting people take stuff back, and you stop taking stuff back. If you misplay, you misplay. There's only one way to learn to stop misplaying. Is by practicing, and you misplay and you lose the game and you lose it and there's something on the line. Let's say if you're at locals, you had the winner, and now you like 100% you should have won the winner. The winner cards are like infinite money knocks. Everyone wants the winner cards, but you understand the only reason why you don't have it because you misplay. I guarantee it to you, next time that situation comes up, you will not misplay anymore. Don't even ask to take the misplay back. You see what I'm saying? You committed to it, you learn from it. Mistakes are made. People are not perfect. Like, you guys saw me when I played on stream, just like what they said earlier. When I played on stream, I made so many mistakes. And the funny thing about it, it wasn't just that. The old Eddie, it's muscle memory. You have to be able to play the game to the point where when you're playing a tournament, you're able to go to autopilot. Right now, my autopilot's gone. Like, it's just not there. I have to put the hours back in because I've been working like crazy and trying to get the next season up and running. And the new teammates and all that good stuff. I have to, like, there's a lot going on. But I'm gonna have to take a step back and actually start playtesting again to get my autopilot back in gear. But you being able to get to the level of going to events or attending events, participating in events, and just going to autopilot mode is gonna make life so much easier for you because you're not gonna think for your plays because it's gonna be it's gonna be instinctual, right? Your opponent does this, now you're just reacting. That's how I used to be with Dark Broly. Anyone who see me play at PBG Miami at the Real Life Invitation will tell you, I wasn't really playing. I just reacting to what my opponent does. If my opponent did this, like they raised me, I knew exactly what I had to do. Whatever they did, I knew exactly what I had to do. That instinctive motion was gone. I had to build it back up. But that's the biggest thing I can tell you. Do not keep taking back plays. You have to learn. If you messed up, you messed up. So I'm telling you right now, if you get in a bad habit where you're just, oh, I messed up, let me take this back, you're gonna get to the tournament, Your thing is gonna be, well, I misplayed, so I did that. I guarantee to you, practice does not make perfect. Practice makes perfection. If you practice wrong, you're perfecting that yourself to a wrong standard. To where you go to a tournament, you're gonna make a wrong play. Practice makes perfection, not perfect. Like once again, if you practice something wrong, you're gonna perfect it in that manner, but it is wrong. So practice makes perfection, guys. Stop taking plays back, and that's it. Okay, bro, are you on Dark Broly now compared to Vegeks? Right now, the only cards I have are Vegeks sell. I sold all my stuff because I don't see myself playing anytime soon again. Because I have a lot to take care of. Like, you guys, my team, like, I have to, there's a lot I have to, like, finish doing. I actually have to finish ordering the uniform. There's a lot I have to do. And this next season and stuff. So I'll probably, season 3, I'll probably come back midway through the season. But the beginning of the season, I don't know if I'll be playing as much. Because I have a lot of admin stuff to do. So, right now, if I do play, the only deck I do have is Vegeks. I'll play with that. The last time I played Vegeks, I won an event because the Vegeks is lit. So that's the only thing I do have. There's a dude I play at locals who will always ask to take back plays. It's annoying, but since his logo, like, I'm not telling you to deny someone else. If they want to take it back, fine, let them take it back. Because realistically speaking, you're not to anyone at my locals, right? This is how it goes. If I misplay, I'll state out loud. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not asking to take it back. Even though I say, Eddie, go ahead, take it back. I tell them, no, I have to learn. It could actually, I'm not trolling. Ask anyone from my locals. All the creators from Vegeta Saiyans Army go to my locals. Frank Castle, Counter, all of them. Ask them. No, oh, Eddie, take it back, dude. I'll say, no, I have to learn from it. And even if I'm going to lose that game, I won't lose because I'll still find a way to win. But I have to learn from my mistake. And I tell them, no, I'm not going to take it back. But if they make a mistake, they're like, no, I'm trying to be like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I fix it for them. I'm like, no, it's weird, but I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. For me, I want everyone to play perfect against me, and I want to train myself to not make those mistakes because I understand, hey, if the person is playing perfect against me, is also gonna push me to my limit because now I have to find ways to out X card. Like, if it wasn't for my local, like Kenny playing mech all the time, I would never figure out how to out the Vegeta Unison until it was too late. The fact that I always correct their plays and like I help them out as well too. Sometimes they don't misplay. Sometimes they just forget to think about, hey, they do X and their sequencing is wrong. So I'll just pause and give them a teaching moment at locals. I'm like, listen, in order to beat me, this is what you have to do. I'm not gonna lie to them. I actually want them to beat me, and so they could, like, you know what I'm saying, like, help me get better. So I'm like, this is what you're supposed to. This is the correct route you're supposed to do. I'll do it midterm. I honestly don't care. Losing to me, it's helping you get better. So I'll tell them, all right, I'll let them do their play first because I don't want to interrupt them. I'm like, okay, cool. I understand your thought process, but realistically speaking, you're forgetting you can't go all in this card because I have one open energy and I can brainwash that. Unless you look at my drop and my warp and my energy, you can confirm all 4 are gone. So I tell you, I'm play 4 of everything. I'm an open guy. As you can see, all 4 are gone, or at least 3 are gone. You're not going to go all in because you're going to get clapped. And if you do go all in, that better be a bait followed by a mirror because now I'm tapped. It's stuff like that I tell them. I try to teach them. And it'll help me get better because once I don't have to say that anymore and they're just instinctively doing it, it helps me get better because now it's like, okay, cool, they're doing that. And I'm like, oh, snap, cool. Now it's just, they baited me and I fell for this. So I know in the future games, not just at locals, but at bigger tournaments, I won't fall for it. And that's how I help them get better, but they also help me get better, if you guys get that drift. You want to win because you beat that person at the best. Not exactly. I don't like winning because I got lucky. Like, no, come to my locals, bro. And that's the only thing I can tell you. I ensure if I win, it's not because of a misplay. I make sure they do the right plays. I just want to, because I want to make sure myself that, hey, I'm winning against efficient plays. So stuff like that. In playtesting environment, I don't really care if they constantly take back. In tournament setting, no, tournament, don't let it there. In tournament setting, no, I'm sorry, bro. The same way you worked hard to be here is the same way I worked hard to be here. If you misplay, I'm sorry, that was on you, fam. Like, I'm not gonna say names. Like, it was like sometimes even against, there's no friends in it because if you think about friends and friends and friends, this is gonna be a tournament result. Okay, cool. I got 17th out of top 16. The reason being is because round 2, I got a tie because y'all supposed to win, but he forgot to call double strike on Kai, and I let him get it. And then round four, my opponent misplayed, but I let him take it back, and now I lost. That's gonna be your turn result. Like literally, part of this game is fatigue and having a mental resiliency. You have to be able to remember what you're supposed to call, the sequence you're supposed to do it in. Is a bunch of stuff that goes into it. It's not just playing the game. It's a bunch of mental stuff that goes along with it, and physical too, like you being hydrated, you being fed, all that good stuff that goes along with playing the game. So tournament, 100% agree. Don't be rude about it, but say I'm sorry. The same way you worked hard to be here, the same way I worked hard to be here, and you just gotta go play. Like the same way you make a mistake is the same way I could have made a mistake, but I didn't because I'm focused. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Just don't be rude about it because that's when people start to get feisty. All right, yeah, I think I caught up on everything. So I appreciate you guys for coming out. I will see you guys on Friday.